Hello and welcome to the Of Myths and Men podcast, the only podcast to teach you real fake things about fake real things. I am your host, Adam Holcomb, and I am joined today by co-host Dylan Blumenberg.
Thanks for having me, Adam. I'm really pleased to be on the show today.
You're very welcome. And we are happy to have special guest Valya, and his last name starts with a C.
I'm not even gonna go there. It's all right, but I am here as well.
All right, our podcast brings together three unknowledgeable individuals who spend a day pretending to be experts on mythology. Each week we'll discuss a different god or creature from mythology, and we'll rotate out who our lead mythologist is. We will discuss its habits, its attitudes, we'll tell a tale of it, and we will end on a debate on who would win in a mythological fight club. And today's lead mythologist will be Valya. Can you tell us a little bit about the god or creature we will be talking about today?
I can. So today we're going to be discussing the really not known about, no one knows this thing, the Hellhound.
The Hellhound?
Yeah.
Where does it come from?
So the Hellhound it's basically, if I just want to end the podcast right here, it's a dog. It's just supernatural. That's really it.
I might be jumping ahead, but what type of dog is this?
It's a supernatural dog.
No, like
I
breed.
just said. No, it doesn't. It's basically like a wolf. Like if a wolf is the starter dog and you breed down from it, that's essentially what a hellhound is. It's a mythological dog. That's literally what it is. It just has a few extra bits to it.
Like
from
lava?
Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett, great book. They have a hellhound in that, and it actually takes the shape of whatever it is a servant to wants it to be, its master.
That's actually a pretty cool one. I didn't know about that, but based off my knowledge, my extensive knowledge and research of this creature, I've been researching it for 35 years.
This creature?
Yeah, I did my master's dissertation on this creature, and I figured may as well bring in the thing I know most about. So yeah, just a couple names for it: Barghest, Bearer of Death, Dip.
Dip?
D-I-P?
D-I-P. That's I don't know. I don't know. That's the Catalan region of Spain, or it's its own nation really now, I suppose, if you want to go there. But whatever. That's what they call it there. But I'll focus more on the Barghest and other names. So the Barghest name, that's primarily English. It's a pretty decent name, but yeah, really, I think it's most commonly known as just Hellhound. But yeah, I like the Dip variant of it as well. It's pretty good.
Does that mean something more significant than what we know it is? Is nothing?
It's from a story, I guess, that they have, which I think it relates something to Hellhounds. It really doesn't have too much significance in terms of meaning or translation or anything. But yeah, I figured I'll give you the rundown on the Hellhound of what they are and everything. So they're, like I said, they're basically supernatural dogs, or wolves if you wish. Usually they're associated with like death or hell. So, just fun stuff, fun houses, things like that.
I never would have guessed hell.
Yeah. Some call it heck. You might know it by that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I went to a Christian college, and that's what they called it.
Yeah? That's probably what most people know it by. Most people don't call it hell, so that's probably why.
It's a family program.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, kids are...
We have an explicit rating, so...
Oh, shit, then.
Explicitly for families?
We do, I do actually release two versions of this. If you look for Of Myths and Men, Family, it's just the exact same thing, but I put a large beep over all the bad words.
Wow.
That's no fun. What is this, NPR?
But, so yeah, they're primarily European-based, the myth of them and the fact of them, actually, I should say. Generally England, North England type of region, but yeah, a lot of European nations have this specific myth.
Hold on a second. Do they even have wolves in England?
Yes.
I mean,
they have dogs, so wolves
feel
had
like
to
there's
have
wolves
been at
in
some
England.
point. Yeah, they have wolves. Um, but yeah, so I was saying they're associated often with death and hell. A lot of times they're also seen, like Adam mentioned earlier, where they have masters. So they're seen at burial sites and graveyards. So they're just basically guarding these. So they're really pretty shitty creatures. Like they're guard dogs. Pretty boring, but whatever. There's more fun stuff. But yeah, and then they vary in terms of region. So like I said, the dip in Catalan, that's they're seen as an emissary of the devil who suck people's blood. So
it's a vampire.
It's a vampire. Yup.
It's a vampire dog.
Like theirs is just way off everyone else's. Like yours doesn't suck people's blood. Yeah, ours sucks people's blood, but that's pretty much it. So general traits are the same though. They typically have like red glowing eyes. They're usually seen at night, but they have that like really gray charcoal type fur. They smell of brimstone, which is pretty great. I use Axe brimstone as well. It's really good. It's really good stuff.
That stuff smells really good.
Yeah, I use.
Is that
it
a
on
real
the
thing?
ladies?
Was that Dylan?
Is that a real thing?
Yes,
All right.
I'm wearing it.
I'll buy some
wearing
on
it,
Amazon.
It's
Why would we lie, Dylan?
yeah.
God knows.
Look up Calvin Klein Hellhound,
Brimstone.
and you'll find it. It's pretty good stuff. It's pricey though. It's a known fact that they love the show The Big Bang Theory. It's probably the best show.
So they're
Probably
pure
the best
evil.
show on TV. Yeah, they really like that show though, and they hate the episode of Sherlock, The Hounds of Baskerville, because
I was gonna bring that episode up.
yeah, they really do not like that episode because of the depiction of the Hellhound. I mean, it makes sense. They were kind of made to look, like fake pussies. Like it could kill a real Hellhound would totally murder Sherlock. So they kind of they see it as a backwards depiction.
I don't think he'd have a chance.
Exactly. Like, I mean, he's a detective and he's smart. It's freaking supernatural dog coming at him.
No luck.
I just want to take a moment to say that I googled Calvin Klein Hellhound,
Yeah.
and one of the top things I found is this designer clothing place on Pinterest, and it has a spiky green bra, and then like leather shorts. But they're like pants, but the middle section is actually like mostly taken away. So there's a single strip of leather on the front, and then some weird gloves.
I'm not seeing this
Just wanted to
anywhere.
bring
All I
that
see
up.
is like this weird buff-looking guy who looks like Elon Musk. That's all I got.
Did you Google Elon Musk?
No. I Googled Calvin Klein, Hellhound.
Calvin Klein, Elon Musk.
That'd be a great cologne,
Are
though.
you in images or all?
Just what Elon Musk smells like?
What? I said
Probably smells like, I don't know, plastic. Tesla plastic.
So they have a really cool trait about them. Actually, they leave scorch marks wherever they walk, like with their feet, because a lot of times they're associated with fire and flame and whatnot. So their claws, they have like fire to them. So whenever they're walking, they basically leave scorch marks, which makes them super hard to track if you were trying to find one. Like they're
And
really difficult.
they also got to be outdoor pets then, huh?
Oh no, they're pretty domesticated. Like I know.
You can't have that on hardwood floors or carpet.
No, you
yeah, that
don't.
would really burn down your
You're gonna be
house.
fucked.
They know what the deal is. They're gonna be careful.
Insurance ain't gonna cover
It's
that.
fine.
How are they going to be careful? You can't let that thing on the couch.
I know for a
That's like
fact Elon Musk has a Hellhound. So
That's like an act of Satan. That's not covered under insurance.
it's
That's
fine.
true.
Just American Family covers it. Don't worry about it. Everyone knows they're domesticated. It's totally cool. But in any case, they leave scorch marks. A lot of people will leave like bread and other varying foods around. So if they step on them, they get a really nice toast going. So
And their other paws have peanut butter on them or something.
yeah. They don't. The Hellhound doesn't eat it itself. It's watching its diet and all that. So it's not going to eat that bread. But
So it only drinks Diet Coke.
exactly.
Blood, apparently.
No, it's
And
just
blood.
that's just one region. Not all
It's
of them
that
do that.
Special Spanish blend of
Yeah.
Diet Coke with hints of blood.
Anyway, so there is actually a pretty famous quote about hellhounds and specifically the whole toast situation. It's from Gordon Ramsay. He's of Kitchen Nightmares fame. This is a real quote. Look it up. It's
Wait, you picked Kitchen Nightmares over Hotel Hell for this one?
I don't know what Hotel Hell is. I don't know what
It's
that
a
is.
show he's in.
Who is in that show?
It's a
Elon
Hellhound
Musk.
show
Elon Musk is in that show.
with
Yeah, no, this
Elon
is
Musk.
Gordon
And
Ramsay.
they go to
said
different
this.
hotels.
Yeah, not Elon Musk, Dylan. This is a different person. So yeah, Gordon
Alright, go
Ramsay's
ahead.
quote. What the fuck is this? You call this toast? I've made better toast sticking bread up my ass.
That sounds like something he would say.
That's a direct quote about the toast that you get from hellhounds, like burning it as they walk by. So
I mean,
That
it's
sounds
free
very bad toast.
and convenient. You can't really argue with that. Free
I don't know,
toast?
man.
You don't get that everywhere.
That's true. But you still have to buy the bread. I mean, toast is still going to be free no matter what.
Nah, man.
I have
How
a
about the toast
toaster
of-
that turns bread into toast for free too.
Yeah.
What? Where are you getting
That's
these toasters from?
I mean, you have to buy the toaster.
So it's not free.
I guess you got me.
There's an upfront, like probably $14 cost, and it's not worth it. I don't think you can just have a hellhound step on it.
A hellhound does sound better.
Yeah.
It's free. A pretty famous hellhound is Cerberus. So he's the Hound of Hades, often known. His job is literally to guard the gates of the underworld. It's a pretty easy job.
I didn't realize he was a hellhound.
He was.
I thought
yeah.
he was just a three-headed dog.
He is a three-headed dog. That's another interesting thing is some of the depictions of hellhounds are three-headed. A lot of people say Hades' dog is two-headed. It's you can't really get it straight because no one really goes down to the underworld often to really get a good look and confirm if it's two or three.
I was just there last Tuesday.
Yeah.
But he was taking a break, so I didn't see Cerberus.
It's probably
You went there for brunch, right?
What?
You went there for brunch, right?
Yeah, I had toast.
Toast and egg combo.
Who was filling in for his dog? Was it Kyle? Was Kyle filling in?
Yeah.
Kyle's just hanging out with a pitchfork.
Mm, that's cool. Yeah, he gets paid like I think $8 an hour for doing that. So
Wow.
it's a pretty decent job.
Slave
It's a
wages.
good side job.
Yeah, good benefits.
You don't have to do it for very long.
Yeah, you just kind of sit around, plays on his Game Boy Advanced. So it's pretty.
SP or
tech-savvy.
regular.
Oh, regular. It's not gonna go SP.
Important question.
But then you don't have the backlit screen.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. Man, that really is hell.
So, the most famous hellhound, even more famous than Cerberus, the Hound of Hades, is the hellhound from the MTV television series, Teen Wolf. He's
Did you say
without doubt.
MTV?
Yeah, the MTV
Wasn't that
series.
their logo for a while too? Was like a two-headed dog.
I don't know,
Back in,
but
like, the
Was it a
90s?
hellhound?
no, that was
They
Or was it a
MTV.
dog?
That was MTV2 you're thinking of. This is on the
Oh.
Big Boy MTV, the TV series Teen Wolf. There's a hellhound in it, without doubt. Most famous hellhound, I would say.
I got his autograph.
I've never heard of
once.
it.
Did you? It's freaking crazy. You don't follow hellhound Twitter channels a lot or forums?
No, I'm more into the Hellcat area.
That's good. So, pretty obvious abilities though from them. Speed, strength, and some say mastery of fire. I wouldn't really go that far. They get the scorch marks crap, but that's
I mean,
really
they can't
about
even
it.
control that though, right? It's just happening all the time.
Pretty
It's not
much.
really
So it's,
mastery.
yeah, they don't really master.
They can't breathe any fire or anything?
No, it's
They have
just
drool is lava or something like that.
no.
That'd be interesting at least. Like
How big are
hellish-
these things?
Good
They're-
question.
They're bigger than like they can be the size of wolves and whatnot, but they can also be the size of like a horse. So pretty big.
No,
It's another
That's big.
mythical creature, a horse.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll be seen like, pushing or pulling carriages.
Pushing or pulling?
pushing or pulling carriages. It's fake news either way because they don't exist. So
mythology was created through an early form of storytelling, so we like to spend a little bit of time delving into a tale that involves our subject, the Hellhound. We will be a little more in-depth on it with analyzations to better understand the story, and each week you'll have a tale that you can bring home to tell your significant other, your friends, your family, or your pet. And go ahead. You can tell your tale.
Hades is going to tell this to his Hellhound.
Oh man, you got there first.
I did. Anyway, so
does Hades listen to this?
He's a follower, I'd say. Okay, so here's the tale. So he takes the form of a huge black dog and prowls along dark lanes and lonesome field footpaths, where, although his howling makes the hearer's blood run cold, his footfalls make no sound. You may know him at once, should you see him, but his fiery eye, he has but one, and that, like a cyclops, is in the middle of his head. But such an encounter might bring you the worst of luck. It is even said that to meet him is to be warned that your death will occur before the end of the year. So you will do well to shut your eyes if you hear him howling. Shut them even if you are uncertain whether it is a dog, fiend, or the voice of the wind you hear. Never set eyes on our Norfolk snarly owl. You may perhaps doubt his existence, and like other learned folks, tell us the story is nothing but the old Scandinavian myth of the Black Hound of Odin, brought to us by the Vikings who long ago settled down on the Norfolk coast.
So they're telling people to shut their eyes if they hear a dog at all?
Yeah, so another big aspect of the Hellhound is if you see them once, it's like a warning that your death is pretty much near. If you see them 3 times, you're dead. You're done for. So
I feel like if I saw one, it might kill me there.
Yeah, right.
Or do they not like to kill?
They'd
suck my blood dry, and I'd die.
If you provoke them, they'll totally kill you, and if you just have a general look that you're kind of a D-bag, they'll probably take you out.
They're prejudiced against D-bags.
Yeah, so Dylan, watch out. Heyo.
If you hear a howl, close your eyes.
I don't go to Norway very often. I think I'm alright.
Well, this story was generally in Europe, but the idea is that Odin brought, that this hound specifically is brought from Scandinavia by Odin, by the Vikings into the Norfolk coast, which is generally that coast, the northern coast of England. So how often do you go there?
Like every other weekend, but I mean,
yeah.
Shit.
I'm usually staying in London.
Yeah. What clubs do you go to?
All the big ones.
Yeah, like what?
I don't want to give away any names. It's kind of a popular podcast,
Name
if we give
one
away
club.
some names, they're just
Leeds.
gonna.
I grew up in Leeds.
You got Club London? Sounds pretty good.
You grew up in Leeds, huh?
Yeah, my dad lived there.
It's a good area.
He just died,
Yeah.
so I can't introduce you to him.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Did you know any Hellhounds?
You got the club at the Ivy? That one's pretty good. No Bad Club London. That one's good for a trendy 2-story club and live music venue.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're just reading these off your
58
phone.
Old Street. Coincidentally, they close at 1. I gotta get there pretty quick.
That's good math there. Well done to get that time frame right.
Oh, I know nothing about time zones. I was guessing.
Well, either way, yeah. Oftentimes Norfolk, the general northern part of England, they're associated with it. That's where this tale takes place. I do actually have one other mini tale. This is 100% true story. It was in the Bible. It was in the Bible too. Electric Boogaloo. Look it up. It's in there. Fact. All right. So in 1577. So according to one particularly poetic account, a snarling beast broke into a church, rampaged through the congregation, and bit the necks of 2 people, who promptly dropped dead, having traumatized the churchgoers. The mythical dog known as Black Shuck next cropped up on the county's coast of Blithborough. That's an actual place. Again, it targeted worshippers, bursting in through the doors of the Holy Trinity Church this time, before killing a man and a boy, causing the steeple to collapse. The beast left scorch marks on the church door.
Killing 2 people caused the steeple to collapse? Or did it do something else that caused that?
No, it just caused it to collapse.
Damn, that's a pretty weak chapel, I guess.
Yeah, it's 1577.
They were all holding up the walls.
Yeah.
Oh, that explains it.
It was built with straw. It was a
I know
3
a
little
story
It's like
pigs.
like
Scenario.
the 3 little pit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you beat me to it.
I did. Sorry. But yeah, that was a little fun tale, just to show like how fun the Hellhound is.
Sounds really fun.
Less murders than a terrorist, so that's cool.
Well,
Yeah.
depends which terrorist you pick.
Osama bin Laden.
Oh, okay. Osama's got him beat.
Has he killed many people directly, though?
Yeah,
I think so.
That's a good question. He's like one of those fuckers. Just
His-
tells people to kill people.
His Hellhound has.
Mm,
But then the Hellhound gets the victories
I
and the
say
deaths.
no, because that's another thing though. The master. This was going to be brought up in our fight section. The master can tell the Hellhound what to do, and like it'll 100% listen to it, won't disobey or anything. So I say the kill goes to Osama.
what if the master tells the Hellhound to kill itself? What then?
Yeah, 100% follow.
It'll kill itself? All
They're
right.
little bitches at heart.
Hey, it's dedication.
But yeah, that's all I have for tales.
Alright, so one of the things people love to debate about is who would win in a fight. So in our Fight Club section, we will indulge ourselves and talk about who would win in a mythological fight to the death. We will pit this week's subject against one that we discussed in earlier podcasts. Before we had the lead mythologist be the moderator, but when Dylan was the moderator, he was incredibly unfair, and it was like 2 against 1.
Oh, come on.
So we're actually having our lead mythologist be one of the debaters this week. So Valia will be defending the Hellhound, and Valia, you get to challenge one of us, and the other one will be the moderator.
I'm gonna, considering Dylan was the moderator last time, right? I'll
Yeah.
challenge him.
Okay, so
Alright.
I will be the moderator this week. As moderator, I choose who Dylan gets to defend, and we'll have you defend the Siren
All right,
because our Leprechaun episode is unreleased.
got it. And I went to school for sirens too, so even better.
Probably not 35 years, right?
No.
Which
I'm
school
only,
did you go to?
I went to the Christian School of Sirenology. There's this little one in London, actually.
Do they have Christian Mingle at that school?
No, that was before Christian Mingle. This was back in the 70s, the late 70s.
It's too bad you missed out.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they got it now.
This college stuff sounds really fun. I should try it sometime.
Can I kick this off with my creature?
Valia gets to
Get it
strike
going.
first.
So I suppose one thing I didn't mention though in my storytelling of it does actually have some weaknesses. So specific weakness it has is that whole being, it can be commanded pretty easily by its master, so it can tell it to do anything it'll follow. It's also weak to salt, holy water, and iron, especially if you have like an explosive situation, like a shrapnel type of thing. So that's some weaknesses, but I'll defend it by saying this thing is a giant, like horse-like dog that has like fiery feet, claws. It's super fast and super strong. I think one attack pretty much would just destroy the siren.
Well, I feel like we kind of have to ask a clarifying question here. Like, who's commanding this thing? Because
Oh, that's
when
good.
you
Big
say...
John McCain.
Oh, we can't have Big John McCain because he doesn't exist.
Can we have normal John McCain?
Yeah, we could. Yeah, how about you pick normal John McCain because that would be advantageous for me. As a siren, I would just attack John McCain right away. That guy's old as fuck. I'd take his throat out. That dog would sit on the ground next to him, and
It's not a situation where it does nothing if it's not told to do something. It's a situation if the master tells it to do something, it will follow. But like if the master doesn't say shit, it's gonna walk around, and if it feels threatened, it'll kill you.
All right. Well, what's
To
the
do,
battleground?
we don't have. Yeah, okay. Settings. We'll do Final Destination. No items.
Oh no. Do we have Master Hand on this also?
No, it's not story mode.
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
it's-
So
we're
what does
basically
Final
just
Destination mean?
in a fight.
I don't know that map.
What?
I don't know that
Dylan.
map.
It's just a floating platform in the middle of nowhere.
Well, that sounds pretty good for something that flies.
Yeah. The Hellhound. So yeah, I suppose not to defend it, but so it really won't attack often. It's rare because it'll only really attack if it's threatened. So in theory, the siren could probably just fly away. But if this is a fight where it needs to fight and kill,
If the siren flies away, it dies, and then the Hellhound wins.
okay, right. So if that's the case, I think the siren comes anywhere near the Hellhound. I don't want to be OP here, but I think it's pretty OP in comparison.
I think it's got a swoop, grab him by the rump, and just toss him off the edge.
Is the siren that strong?
Dude, these sirens are strong and fast. Repeated attacks to the hindquarters. Siren. I mean, what is this thing called? This Hellhound is going to be done for real quick.
This thing has like no physical weakness. It's faster than a cheetah, and it's strong as fuck.
But we clarified last time that a siren can fly at least 20 miles an hour. I mean,
how fast
cheetahs
is a
aren't
cheetah?
that fast. Not that fast.
They are they can go like 80 miles an hour, can't they?
Not possible.
Not
Hey Google,
Not on
how
this
fast
Final
is a cheetah?
Destination map, it can't.
Cheetah typically has a speed of 68 to 75
Whoa.
miles per hour.
That's
Jeez.
pretty goddamn fast.
Hellhound is faster than that. So this is the clarifying answer then. Acceleration is the key, because if the siren attacks it from behind and it accelerates behind, is the Hellhound agile enough to turn quickly and defend and claw the shit out of it?
I feel like cheetahs can really go fast in a straight line, though.
Yeah.
I don't know what their curving ability is.
I mean, they're pretty agile, but the Hellhound isn't that agile because it's pretty huge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this siren would be swooping in. It wouldn't just be like hovering and trying to claw at this Hellhound. It'd be doing a lot of swooping attacks like an eagle. That'll tear shit up. You don't want that. Like, an owl will fuck up a human from doing that. Big time.
I mean, I suppose, yeah, my argument really is just that the strength and speed and power of this thing, if, like, the Hellhound would have to be so careful to not get touched by this thing and just murdered in one hit. So I think it's too much of a gamble for the siren, in my mind.
What'd you say the Hellhound's weaknesses were again? Salt, iron, and what
And
else?
holy water.
Holy water?
Yeah, also under construction graveyards.
Does that happen pretty often? Aren't they always under construction?
No, like this isn't like waiting for people to die and be buried. This is like there's nothing there. It's just they're gonna build a graveyard here eventually.
All right, well, fair enough.
Yeah.
But I actually forgot to mention this last week. Siren's blood is made out of holy water, and their claws are made out of salt.
Oh shit!
I claim foul. This is a lie.
What's my penalty? 15 yards?
What?
What's the penalty?
Yeah, 15 yards.
First
Still
down.
first down.
All right.
I believe after some preliminary research, I do not believe the siren would be strong enough to lift a horse-sized hellhound.
Damn.
What about a hell-sized horsehound?
That sounds incredibly large.
Yep, couldn't lift that either. So is that a win for the hellhound?
Do you think there's any way for the siren to come out on top if it can't pick it up?
I mean, not unless it's like making this thing bleed to death with its claws.
That fight would
I
take
don't
like
know.
3 years because it would just have to swoop in, like scratch it, come back out, and just keep doing that over and over again.
If you do
It'd be like a
enough,
Dark
though-
Souls fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. Like on the back of that Hellhound, that would cut it up. That thing
Yeah.
would be bleeding. It's a pretty vital area. I think I gotta give it to the siren. I'm sorry about it. I gotta make a decision on this.
Yeah. Thanks, moderator.
No problem.
I feel like it would take a long time to do much damage for the siren. And it just needs one mix-up, and it'll
That's
be dead.
true.
So I
Valid
feel
point.
like the Hellhound might be able to last long enough, but it wouldn't be in a very good shape at the end.
Yeah, the siren would need a perfect fight in this situation. Like, when you, in sports and whatnot, if you would need, when you have a really big underdog, like they need the perfect game to win this, that's the siren situation. Like, any mistake and it's done for.
That's a valid point.
I feel like it has a 1 in 1,000 chance.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a random calculation.
Well,
to
hold on a
determine
second.
this.
Before you do that, what if we had 2 sirens? What would you say then? That Hellhound is done for.
That's pretty good, actually. They
'Cause
can
I
kind
mean,
of switch off.
2 to 5.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
one
count
could-
this as official, but speculative.
One could distract him, and the
Yeah.
other one just come in and swoop.
Yeah,
All
don't
right.
they sing also? Like, one could sing and the other could attack while it's distracting with the singing.
Yeah, I know.
Seduce the Hellhound.
They never really said anything about it affecting animals at all, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it could, maybe. But they don't want to kill animals. They want to kill burly sailors.
I gotcha. Just humans.
Dylan, choose a number between 0 and 1,000.
What?
Choose a number between 0 and 1,000.
500.
It was close, but if it was 1-on-1, the siren would lose.
All right, I'll take it.
Your odds were pretty high.
But I think 2 sirens could take it.
Important question. What was the number?
560.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was
So
almost
it
going
would-
to pick 560.
That was your next guess?
Very nice.
I'll see. It would have won on a second try.
Yeah. Siren wins. I'm the best. I picked
Wait
the
a
best
minute.
creatures. I study the
minute.
best creatures.
You say siren wins?
No, I said
Yeah, did you
Hellhound
just admit
wins.
the siren wins?
No,
I'll take
Leprechaun wins.
End the podcast.
Alright, I think we're good for today. If the Hellhound faced a siren 1-on-1, I think it would take it, but it would be very worn out after the battle. If it was 2-on-1, I think the sirens could distract it well enough to take it out.
Wrong.
How many Hellhounds exist? Is it just one?
No, like thousands.
Oh, okay. He could call his buddies too. All right,
They're
I'm
not
dragging this
friends.
out.
Is it 6 siren? It's 2 to 5. We're calling it 2.
Yeah.
Listen to last episode to find out why there's only 2 sirens. So 2 sirens versus thousands of Hellhounds.
Yes.
I think Hellhounds.
I think the sirens would just leave. They'd fuck right off.
Listen to last episode to find out what the fuck a siren is.
True.
Yeah. Exactly. Everyone knows what a hellhound is. No one knows what a siren is. Ipso facto, hellhound wins every fight.
Every fight?
Every
We'll
fight.
settle that in the future.
Yeah.
All right. Today we learned about the Hellhound. We learned about how it sucks blood sometimes, but only in that one area.
Yep.
It can make some pretty toast, but it's free, so it makes toast because it has fiery paws. And it's weak to salt, iron, holy water, and currently under construction graveyards.
And babes.
And its
And
nickname
babes.
Dip. It doesn't like being called Dip.
I wouldn't want to be called Dip either.
Me neither.
We talked about at the tail about how you should never look at a hellhound. In fact, if you even hear a dog and you're in northern England, just close your eyes. Just don't even try. There was also one other one about it taking down a cathedral because it killed 2 people, and there wasn't enough people to hold up the cathedral anymore. And then we found out that it would beat a siren in 1-on-1 combat. And probably lose in 2-on-1 combat.
Not a
But
chance.
it would win in thousands against 2 combat.
I don't know if I'd call it winning as much as surrender.
If you've enjoyed what you heard, please swing by iTunes to leave a rating and review. You can send us positive vibes on Twitter at Myths and Men, and hope to see you next week when we talk about something else.
Also follow me on MySpace.
See ya.
See ya. The music you heard on this podcast is called Call to Adventure by Kevin MacLeod from Incompetech.com. It is licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license.
You guys ever watch Mean Girls?